Hello and welcome back to the Critically Clueless. I'm Monk, and today we're going to be doing a review on Digimon Survive. This game has been developed by Hyde and published by Bandai Namco. You can play this game on the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch and the PC, so it's definitely widely available and will set you back around £40 depending on which platform you're buying it on and whether you're buying a physical or digital copy. Now, first and foremost, this is a visual novel with turn-based tactical gameplay elements. And if you've ever played Digimon before, or of course watched the anime, you may already know what you're getting into. However, big warning when it comes to this game, this isn't perhaps the game that we wanted to play. Now, I've been playing this game for quite a while, quite a few days. I actually messaged the developers, they sent me out a copy of the game. Big thank you to you guys for actually doing that. I finally got into the turn-based combat of this game, and the whole, monster capturing type of jam. It actually plays really well. The turn-based combat of this game works really well, very smooth. It works as intended. Basically, you get like a grid type of battle zone. You take turns, they take turns, you use your abilities to take out the enemy, and you're done. You can actually turn some of your enemies into allies mid-fight as well. I love this little aspect, this little talky aspect, getting them to be on your team. I thought that was really cool. I loved seeing how many different types of Digimon there were in the game as well. I was pleasantly surprised. Now, although I didn't use all 117 Digimon that are available in the game, it was so nice to see such a huge roster actually there playable for you. Now, of course, this is nothing compared to, other games' numbers such as Pokemon, which this game is definitely going to be compared to. But it is nice to see that there was a huge variety of playable characters here for us. Now, as I said like 60 seconds ago, this isn't the game that perhaps we were expecting. This is kind of like a mystery visual novel. You go around, investigating certain areas. It's very much a storytelling game, this. This game has a story that it wants to tell. It wants you to enjoy it. You also get to choose certain outcomes. I love games that allow the player to have real direction in the game. Depending on certain orders that you complete events, it will greatly change the outcome of your story. Certain characters will die based on the choices that you make. Even the order in which you make the choices, you could make 1 to 5 choices, but depending on the order you've made them will change the outcome of who dies or if anyone will die. I love that. I love you being in charge. I love the fact that, to really get a full whack of the story, you could potentially have to play through it multiple times. Love that element. However, with compliments with this game comes things and gripes that I just wasn't so happy with. Like the fact that it took me personally a full 3 hours in the game to get to a battle sequence, a turn-based battle sequence where it wasn't a tutorial battle. Now, I hear what you'll be saying, 3 hours of tutorial? No. This game has a huge amount of dialogue inside it. And while you can certainly try and skip through the dialogue, it's a lot of dialogue, a lot of sequences, a lot of the game kind of telling you the basics and the game kind of setting the scene. The other gripe about this game is that it isn't in English at all. This is a Japanese game. While it's not all voice acted, the parts that are voice acted are in Japanese. Now, again, Digimon isn't exactly a small brand. I was expecting, considering it's been so long since the last Digimon game that was released, I was expecting this to at least be, you know, for American audiences and be have an option for it to be in English. Unfortunately, that isn't the case, guys. So this is a huge visual novel. If you're going to be playing, you're going to be reading an awful lot, especially if you don't know Japanese, because like I said, some of it is voice acted. Those voice acting is purely in Japanese, and it slows down the pace of this game hugely. 3 hours till my first full turn-based tactical fight. So if you're going to be buying this game for the turn-based tactical side, which is what I did, or rather what I played it for, because I love turn-based games that feature on my channel an awful lot. It's why I picked up this game. Fair warning, it takes a long time to get to it. Once you do get to that turn-based tactical side, it's a lot of fun. I think that part of the game, absolute brilliant. However, to get to it, you have got to go through an awful lot. And while I quite liked the initial idea of having to search around an area, a static visual picture for certain clues to further the story, you have to bring out your camera, have a little look, see something looks a bit weird, so you investigate it. Hey presto, there might be a Digimon there, or there's a little bit more of the story. That got very tiresome very quickly, unfortunately. Now, despite the fact that I think this was an incredibly slow game to get going, despite the fact that I don't necessarily think this is the Digimon game that I was expecting, and despite the fact that I also think that perhaps this isn't the best game for new beginners to jump into, I think maybe the target demographic would be a little bit lower than what this game actually manages to achieve. I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 10. I really don't like doing down videos and reviews on games that just aren't absolutely glowing. Unfortunately, once you get into this game, it's fantastic, but to get into the game takes a lot of effort on your part. So if you are a Digimon fan, if you are a visual novel fan, if you enjoy those type of games, you could really enjoy this, especially once you get to the turn-based tactical side of this game as well. I think collecting all the Digimon, watching them interact with each other, and watching the unique moves that all these Digimon do are a lot of fun, and some of them are absolutely hilarious when you actually get them into battle. Hearing them kind of, you know, attack the enemy and watching the animations, it's a lot of fun. This is a really good anime to kind of sit back and watch. But like I said, it's a little bit slow. It's a little bit hard to get into. It's certainly not the game I was expecting to play when it came up saying Digimon Survive. So it's one of those that I'd edge in with caution. I don't necessarily think it's worth the money, unfortunately, either. So maybe wait until it is on sale. 20 quid, absolutely pick it up if you're into this type of deal. But that is it for the end of this review, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and of course subscribe. And if you've watched to the very end of the review, a big thank you to you. Don't forget to comment red banana down below. Just to confuse all those people that are either new to the channel or didn't watch to the very end. But guys, I've been a Monk, we've been a Critically Clueless, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.